welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kimmy. I have bubbles on my face. What am I doing? Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's another week with me. It's me, Kimmy. Alright, so this week I'm going back into the Disney inspired looks. My friend Katy from back in Colorado had suggested Ariel and a couple other ones, and so I wanted to kind of do my interpretation. I kind of wanted to do my interpretation of Ariel. I was kind of looking for inspiration, and a lot of stuff is, especially for like Disney bounding and stuff like that, it has a tendency to be, I'm stretching, I don't know why I'm stretching. A lot of the like Disney bounding stuff is just like really simple and easy to do. It's just like kind of the seafoam green and a purple eyeshadow, or like you could take the fishnet stockings and put those to your face and then rub shadow on it and it'll make you look like you have scales. I did not want to do that because your girl has trypophobia, and so holes, scales, clusters, it's just not for me. I don't feel like itching and being uncomfortable for an entire video, so this is what I actually came up with. I've been super into graphic liner lately, but obviously I have really hooded eyes and I am getting older, so finding a graphic liner that I feel like worked well for me took me a moment. But I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Obviously I have like the seafoam green that's a little more of like a tail, we'll say, and then I did the other liner similar to like her seashells, and then red, because I don't have red hair. And then I decided to add on bubbles if you want to go for more of like a true like costumey look, but you could definitely just do the liner and the lip, or just the liner. I also threw a little glitter in there, kind of looks like scales. I don't know, I just tried to just let my creativity flow for this one. So if you want to be part of my world and see how I put together this fun graphic liner Ariel inspired makeup look, then just keep watching. All right, let's try this for a third time. So I'm going to take one of my neon liners and create kind of a graphic line up top. I'm not sure of what shape I want to do just yet, but I'm going to start with that. Alright, so for this I essentially wanted to start by mapping out just my upper lash line, getting an idea of the shape of my eye, so that way I can see the way that it lines up with my crease and figure out the shape that I want to do for the graphic liner. I played with this a few different times, but ultimately I ended up being pretty happy with just doing a line directly up from my lower lash line all the way towards my brow, kind of bringing it straight up, going over my hood. And then I kind of just took it and decided to, instead of bringing it like straight across, I kind of started to curve it down, so that way I got the effect of it looking like a fin on the outer corner. I would say the biggest trick with doing any type of graphic liner is mapping it out as you go, doing small little motions, and knowing that you can go back in and clean it up. Also taking a step back and looking in a mirror with your eyes open. So now I'm thinking I want to take the purple and run that in my lower waterline. And now I'm just taking the bright purple liner and running that in my lash line once again to get an idea of shape. And then I've seen a few different trends as far as having a liner that's not straight, and so that's where I was inspired to do this. Obviously her seashells, they're shells, so they're curvy, so I kind of wanted to mimic that. Doing the same idea as far as following my eye shape, keeping my eyes open while I'm doing it, and then just kind of sketching along because I know that I can go back in and clean it up. And then I decided to do the inner corner so that way it would look more like a shell, I guess. Kind of looked like fish hooks too, which is a little dark. now it looks wild, but just trust me, we're going for a little more of the editorial Ariel look. I'm gonna resharpen my teal pencil and kind of go over some of those lines again to make them as vibrant as the purple, and then I'm gonna kind of buff out some edges with shadow. So I'm going to take a little flat brush and the shade Splatter from this Tartiste palette. It's like a, it's got like a greenish kind of silvery gold undertone to it. So I'm going to take just a little bit of that on a flat brush and run that in between, just on my lid space. Now you could obviously stop there if you want, like if you just want the graphic line. That's usually what I like to do, is probably just do my mascara and tightline my upper lash line and kind of stop here for now, and then if I want to add anything else, then I will. Alright, so let me go ahead and do my mascara and I will be right back.
3 hours later.
So now I've got mascara on. I did kind of clean up a little bit with a Q-tip around the inner corner. Q-tips are your best friend when you try to do a graphic liner look. I have really hooded eyes, so it's really hard to find graphic liner looks that look good on my eye shape, especially because I'm getting older, so the skin is starting to sag. The best thing I can suggest is do it with your eyes open, looking straight on and relaxed, and so that way it constantly looks like that. But yeah, let's move on. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'll just bronze my face today. So I'm gonna take the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. If you watched my last video, I like essentially spent most of it like roasting myself. I don't know what kind of mood I was in. It was a Valentine's video, but I was just talking shit about myself the whole time. You know, one of those days. I ran into a door frame yesterday. So if you know me, you know I'm the clumsiest person on the planet. For blush, I'm going to use my usual Makeup Forever. It's just like a corally pink. I think I might add some of this Hocus Pocus glitter. Blue. So essentially I just decided that I wanted to do bubbles, so I took the deeper blue liner and started to draw different bubbles on my face. Now a white pencil. And then I added obviously the white to do the highlight, so just going back in. And then I decided that I didn't like the shape that I had drawn the bubbles in, so I took away a couple of them, cleaned it up with concealer, and then went back in and drew a couple more where I felt like I liked them down the side of my face. So now on for the red, obviously since I don't have red hair, I'm going to do a red lip. So let me do that real quick. The light is changing in here, so I'll try to get closer. So this is like, I wasn't sure where this was gonna go, but I actually think I'm okay with it. You don't need to do the bubbles if you don't want to. I feel like this is more like, this is what you would post on Instagram. But then realistically, like, I don't know if you'd walk out of the house like that unless it was for an event or like face painting. But to each their own. If you want to draw bubbles on your face and go to work, I'm all for it. But I hope you enjoyed coming on this journey with me. I appreciate the suggestion for doing an Ariel look. I hope you guys liked my interpretation of it. And let me know if there's any other characters or anything else you want to see. Katy had suggested a couple other ones, so I'll probably try to work those in some of my future videos. But otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next week. On the dust.